few weeks ago, I did a video and said that this season has the feel of the 2020-2021 season, and the COVID year, in regards to the way the team's playing, that sort of buzz around the club. And there's just something about us at the moment that I don't know, we seem like a very well-balanced side, and we look pretty good. It looks like we're scoring goals from all angles at the moment. We're defending well. We look like a really decent side this season. And it's kind of, that it's shown, isn't it, in terms of our league position, in terms of how well we're doing in Europe so far. It just is a real good feeling about West Ham at the moment. But there is a reason I'm mentioning this. I'm not completely going local. This is there is a reason for this. And the reason I say that is because that was the season we finished 6th. And we finished above Arsenal and we finished above Tottenham. I mean, that is a huge feat when you look back at it, considering that, the money of those clubs have got, and the fact that, they've been in the big 6 and all that rubbish for the last few years, whatever. For West Ham to finish above them was a tall order and a really, really big achievement for West Ham. And obviously it got us, of course, into Europe for the first time. And now we're in our 3rd successive season. And the reason I mention this, though, is because of the changes now to European competition next season. So in terms of the Champions League. So they're going to introduce more teams to it. And it's, in terms, I'm not going to go into too much of the details behind it, but basically I think it's the top 2 countries that perform the best get an extra spot. So, and England are very likely to be in that position. I mean, I think we've done it quite a fair few amount of times now. So it's highly likely that for this season, the top 5 will get Champions League football. Now, you consider the opportunity that is for West Ham. Now, I'm not here saying that, West Ham will get 5th this season. I've really got a good feeling about it. That's what, I'm not saying that. I appreciate that is a tall order. For West Ham to get top 5 would be, it would have to take a hell of an incredible season for us to do it. But the reason I say it is because it's not impossible. I think if you try and categorise certain teams that, are you going to finish above them? I think you could safely say no to a few. I mean, that's just, being a West Ham fan, you just go, yeah, I just cannot see us going through that. And the reason I say it's quite interesting when you think of the top 5, there is a chance. There is a real chance that West Ham can do this, because I look at the league table now, right? So will West Ham finish? Well, let's just start at the top. Let's just go with the main teams. Let's say, will West Ham finish above Man City? No, West Ham won't finish above Man City this season. I think we can safely say that. Will West Ham finish above Arsenal? No, I do not ever see us finish above Arsenal this season. They're looking too good. They're in a title race. Liverpool, despite Mikel Antonio's confidence, no, I don't think we'll be finishing above Liverpool. Now, the other teams, and that's honestly, I think that's 3 teams that you could safely say West Ham will not be finished above this season. But then you look at the other sides and you think, possibly. I'm not saying we will. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've said no, and I'm going to do unlikely. So then you say Tottenham, possibly unlikely, and Newcastle, possibly unlikely, possibly. That's it. Now that would be the top 5, but I'm not saying, but we could. Will we finish above Brighton? I think we stand a good chance. We could finish above Brighton. Villa, I think we could finish above Villa. Man United, Chelsea. These are teams that we can finish above this season. I'm not saying we will. I'm not being arrogant and going, yeah, we're going to finish above them. But I am saying there's a chance. Let's get this right. We're 7th in the league and we're playing very well. And we've lost 2 games this season against Liverpool and against Man City. There's no shame in that. And we've played some tough games. We've played Brighton away, Chelsea at home. People go, yeah, but Chelsea have had a bad start of the season. They were good against West Ham. They were decent against West Ham. Chelsea's a hard game. And let's be honest, it was probably one of their better performances, and we beat them 3-1. We've had some very tough games this season. We had Newcastle. You can't take that away from West Ham. And to be 7th already, I think it's a really good opportunity for West Ham. It really is. And of course, not only does it offer a space in the Champions League, look, are West Ham going to finish 5th? Unlikely. I would say it's unlikely. We've got a chance. We've got a chance. I wouldn't say we've got a good chance. We've got a chance. But it's still a chance. It's there. Do you know what I mean? With top 4, you're going, that is a massive order. But you think 5th, you know what? We could do it. We could. But it would take an amazing season. But of course, not just the Champions League side of it, as exciting as that is, and it's a great opportunity for clubs like West Ham, Newcastle's and Villas, etc., and Brighton's and all that. It's also the fact that European football could go down to eight positions. Now, if someone says to you, if West Ham got a good chance to finish in the top 8, I'd say, bloody yeah, we have. We've got a really good chance to finish in the top 8 this season. In fact, I'd be disappointed if we didn't. I'd go as far as saying that. If West Ham finished 9th this season, I'd be disappointed. I'd think that's a shame. Because we look good. We look really good this season. And, you know, top 8 could get us European football again. Can you imagine if West Ham get European football again for a 4th year? I mean, that's literally, we're actually becoming a European side. It shows in our performances when you look at how we're playing on the European stage. You know, we look really accomplished. We look like a very, very good side. And I don't know. Do you know what? Looking at that league table today, because when I first read about it, thinking top 5, I thought, yeah, but you know, what are the chances? But the more you think about it, if you look at that league table and thinking about teams you can finish above, I'm not talking about will. I'm not saying we will finish above them. There are certain teams you look at and go, yeah, we'll finish above them this season. Nottingham Forest, Fulham, yeah, I expect to finish above them. I expect us to finish above them. Crystal Palace, I expect us to finish above them. I'm not having a go at these clubs, by the way. That's just my confidence. We may not. I mean, we'll fall apart and we will not be in a relegation battle. But that's how I feel at the moment. But I'm talking about the teams that you look at and think they're going to be fighting for the European places this season. They're going to be like us. We're going to be thinking we want that 5th spot. And as I've said, can West Ham finish above Villa? Yeah. Can we finish above Brighton? Yeah, of course we can. Newcastle even. I mean, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, of course, but there is a big chance. But the fact is that if you look at the top 8, can West Ham finish in the top 8 this season? I'd say yes. And my word, if West Ham can get a full season of European football, wow, I mean, that would really be something.